See, I got some muscle in it. See, oh, it's so much. It's so much. But it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. I'm not letting you out because I know as soon as I let you out, you're gonna come over here picking with me. My dog. So it's not too bad, but it's still it needs fixing. 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 I need some fixing. But if all this could just go, like, look, and I keep everything else, but we don't live in the world of perfect. I know. But I can at least come close. Closer. 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 Closer and closer. Closer. Keep going and going and going. I got some captain in me. Or maybe I want captain. Oh, goodness. Today was a rough morning again, but I came through unscathed. A little skeeved, but unscathed. So I'm trying to loosen up, and one way that I loosen up, usually I listen to music or I do a bunch of silly stuff just to release some of the energy, the pent up energy. Usually it's in exercise and even before meditation. Like sometimes you got to get all the ampage. You got to get that ampage down a bit, just a bit. But today started out rough, but I feel as though it is going to turn around. No. But yeah, I'm turning that shit around because I refuse. Like I want to get some stuff done today. My bits of time that I do have, I have to squeeze in everything, and that's why that's one of the reasons that one of the things that doesn't help my feeling that I have ADHD, because I'll have 10 things going on at once. Instead, we're not going to have 10 things going on at once. We're going to take one thing and focus upon it. A tenacious focus. And we go from there. But yes, so I had a lot coming across my mind today, and what I try to do, I try to hold on to some of these things. Like I'll jot it down in my phone notes or something because I want to come back and elaborate on it. But my mind moves 10,000 miles a minute at times, and it's like, slow down, relax, focus. So meditation is very, very, very important for me. Dedicating that time to meditate. Not to mention, I have all kinds of emotions going on, and drowning in the ocean of emotion. And it's good, but sometimes I get to the point where I just want to express, like paint, draw, talk, write, listen to music, and I don't want to do anything else. And of course, it always happens at the right timing. But I'm being told to trust the process, so that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to let the unfolding just unfold. Some days I had I have 5 sisters, and the one day I'm on the phone with let me see, it's me, my youngest, and then they're all younger than me, of course, but it's me, the sister that came right after me, and then the third oldest out of us. And we were talking, and I forget how we even got on the subject, because a lot of times, like me and her, like we would have excellent conversation about different topics. And I know one time she's like, if a portal opened, would you walk through it? And I'm like, that depends. You know, if we know what's on the other side, like, you know, I was going down the whole list and everything. And like today, this is not the only day I felt this way. I'm like, you know what? If that portal opened, I walk right the fuck through it. Fuck it, I'm walking through. Because sometimes you just need to disappear for a moment in the endless cycles of time. So, when I first planned on making videos and stuff, I did have it organized. I had somewhat of an idea of which way I wanted to go and how I wanted it to flow. But it didn't work that way. Like it's coming out very organic. It's just coming out organic. And I think what the problem is the whole taking action part, because like I said, I get stuck in my head, and then it's like lacking in the action. I have to push myself. But once I get into my groove, I am a rolling stone. And I like to play around with references towards astrology, because I am a Virgo rising, Virgo sun, and a Taurus moon. A Taurus moon, darling. And then I have my, my Venus in Scorpio. And Mars in Leo. So it gets pretty hot. I don't know. I'm just all over the place today, and I'm trying to settle down into, you know what? Could you please stop whining in the background before people think I'm like tormenting you? It's not time for you yet. I know. I'll let you out in a little bit. You like to harass me, so I need a little bit of time to get things done. I'm picking my drives again. My phone's falling over again. Let me see if I can get this going. Yeah, so usually my videos where it's completely red light is my spiritual videos. This time I just like the red light right now. It's helping me to focus, so to speak. So I just left it on along with the natural light. But today I have to go to work, so I'm trying to like fit a lot in a little, whatever little space of time I have. And yes, you will see me picking at my dry skin, because I wash my hands a lot. With my job, I have to wash my hands a lot. It's a lot of it's a bit messy. Speaking on jobs, so this job that I have right now, It is, I like it because it's one of those situations where you're constantly like learning. You're learning people. I work in a group home, and we have 5 individuals in our home, and it's like usually 3 of us, um a not a shift, but yeah, I guess you could say 3 of us a shift. It's usually 3 of us. Sometimes it goes down to 2 of us, but you're always supposed to have another person. These are individuals that are challenged with autism, uh, various amount of autism, behavioral challenges, and cognitive challenges. And we work with them, helping them to adjust and adapt to like daily living, brushing your teeth, washing up, finding things to occupy your time, finding constructive things to occupy your time, how to handle your anger, how to handle your sadness, and things like that. I enjoy this job. I enjoy this job, but my I have other things that I would like to do also. But I like this because it's like all my previous experiences, 'cause I worked a lot of retail jobs, and retail is, dealing with the public a lot, a whole lot. But you get to see the many faces of people, different types of people, different backgrounds, different cultures, and it helps you become more aware of just how not dynamic, but like just become aware of individuals and groups of people, and you start, like people watching almost. So this job now, I feel as though like all the things I've learned in retail, um, it has prepared me for this, because sometimes you don't know what you're walking into. At times, sometimes, because in this field, they have multiple group homes. So sometimes if another group home needs help, they'll send you into another home. Like, you do get a printout of a little printout on each individual to read over and everything. But most of the time, you don't know what you're walking into, because number one, you're an individual. So even though, say, these people, oh, they're calm, they know how to do it, but you being a new energy being introduced into the group can cause things to happen. And that's what usually goes on. So even if you were prepared, even if someone is telling you and describing like, the daily thing, you got to remember, like, yeah, that's daily without you being there. But now that you're here to help, you're a new face, a new person, things are going to get interesting. But I do like the job. I like the challenge. I especially like it because I'm learning each day. Like, I enjoy learning, and I enjoy hands-on type of stuff. And this job is perfect. Like, nah, I don't enjoy everything about the job, because sometimes it can be a bit much with the messiness. So keeping clean, keeping good hygiene and things like that, I try to focus on, try to teach them, because uh, some of the stuff that they feel is normal to them would not be socially acceptable. Like, I remember it was one individual. I was the my coworker was explaining to me, a little bit about background history or whatever, and a little bit about behaviors. So he's like, this person is watched for digging, so you have to, note when this person digs and everything. Now, here we go. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just keep the person away from the mulch, keep it, let it. And they're like, no, not digging in the dirt, not digging in the mulch, digging and smearing. So I'm like, oh, oh. But this is some of the things you deal with. Some individuals, they have not they have not they struggle with like daily things like going to the bathroom and properly cleaning themselves. So you have to do it. And sometimes it's easy and sometimes it is very challenging. But these are things, services that you do as in my field that I'm in now. Some of the things like, trying to go over the same, like it's a lot, it's repetitive because you're, again, to learn, like sometimes you have to do things over and over and over again. So you have to have patience. This type of job is not meant for everybody. And a lot of times, like I said, retail has prepared me for things because a lot of times in retail, it was sink or swim moments over and over and over again. It was just being thrown into the situation and it's like they want to see how you're going to react. And that's how it is with this job most of the time. Because nobody really, like I said, you don't really know. You're an individual, they're an individual. There might be something about you that sets this person off that they just don't like, or it might be something that you've done differently that causes this person to react in this way. So you keep those things in mind. But I tell you what, in the beginning, not even just in the beginning, I still feel like I'm being tested, and it probably is. I feel like I'm being tested because sometimes it's like, okay, are you trying to set me up? But being in retail and having those from the pan into the fire moments, or like I said, sink or swim. You just get thrown out there. You're either going to sink or you're going to swim. It has prepared me. I feel as though that has prepared me a lot for the situations that I face now. Same thing with these videos. You either sink or swim. It's either going to take off or it's not going to take off. Now, the problem with that is I'm not really doing, see, there we go. That's the problem. Because it's not, it's the intention. The intentions of the work is divided. And that's what keeps coming up in my readings a lot. It's divided. I have to pick and choose and to focus. And as I am going through this whole process, you'll get to see, that sometimes it's you have to be determined, because you have to be determined and focused, because that's where your problems can fall. I'm talking about as far as like you're either doing it or you're not doing it. Because I have my job, but I also have this as my personal project, as a creative project, as a therapeutic project. And right now I know which way I want it to go, but I have like 5 different ways. Look, I like them cartoons, 5 different ways. I have like 5 different directions I want to go in, and I'm trying to have it incorporate those and have it, flow smoothly. So, like I said, it's going to be chaotic for now. But yeah, but going back to the job, it's not for everyone. And a lot of people like, oh, I can handle it. Somebody like, until you get there and you experience, and then, you start to realize like, hey, yeah, maybe this isn't for me. But I didn't feel that way. If anything, I like the challenge because I like learning, because as I'm learning them, they're learning me, and I'm learning about me, because I see, different things, like being that observer, like just to observe things, being able to step back and look at the situation from an outward perspective and things like that. And a lot of times, like with interaction, how do you interact? How your energy can change a room. Again, tying back into my spirituality, because I know I'm aware of these things, and it's like you set the tone when you walk in that room. You set the tone, and a lot of these individuals they're able to pick up on the energy and what you're expressing, or what's coming off of you. So you have to be aware, and it's very in-depth, it's very involved. There's things that happen that like not everybody is comfortable with or would make the person feel uncomfortable. Like a lot of our individuals are touchy feely and they like to grab, and I'm trying to teach them proper ways of doing it, like properly. Everybody has their personal space, and it's like you have to ask before just invading someone's personal space. I have to tell them, like, you got to ask, um, is it okay if I give you a hug? Is it okay? So going over that kind of stuff with them. And you know I haven't had anybody go really out of the way with severe inappropriateness. Um, but I've heard about other houses that have that, individuals that have that issue. I have not been to those houses yet, so we have yet to see. But yeah, just going over stuff with them and so that they understand, personal space, um, excusing yourself when you want to ask a question and somebody's in a conversation, waiting patiently, and things like that. Like just social interactions, and it's pretty fun because like it can get challenging. It can get very challenging because some individuals, they don't have that control, so they go off. Like sometimes you'll see, a lot of times it's shocking to a person who is new in this type of field to see them actually having one of their behaviors where they're going off and they're breaking things, they're throwing things, they're saying all kinds of stuff out of their mouth. I remember in the interview, they're like, how do you feel about people calling you out of your name? How do you feel about them making comments out of you? I said, retail. I've been called some everything, so I'm used to it. It's just, so sometimes these individuals will go off, and the same person that was saying, "Oh, you're so nice, you're so beautiful," is now calling you a bitch, a nigger, all kinds of stuff coming out their mouth. But that's the nature of the job. And like the kind of person I am, I don't let that kind of stuff get to me like that. But I've worked with individuals who do. So it's like, take a walk, take a break, I'll step in so that way you can, get over it, let it wash over. Also with the hitting, like sometimes they will like swing at you, like, and you have to like, block and know the proper reactions, because you can make it worse, or you can make it better, or you can make it worse depending on your reaction. Again, you set the tone, so you have to be very mindful of that, keeping mindful of your own energy, keeping mindful of other individuals' energy, keeping mindful of the group, because sometimes you're in a group, and if it's usually one goes off that starts the others going off, and it can get pretty out of hand. But so far so good. I feel as though I'm in the right space for now. But there are other things that I want to do, especially because I've come to a point in my life, like I was saying before, it's a lot of people call it a midlife crisis. I say a midlife awareness or a midlife awakening. It's more so of an awareness. You're becoming aware of the things that you're going to tolerate, things that you're not going to tolerate. That's the beautiful thing about getting older. I was never one to fret over getting older, but recently seeing like people older than me, seeing them lose their health and everything, that has caused me to consider a lot and take into consideration the choices that I am making, because I don't want to be that way. Like to watch someone you love, that you knew or was vibrant person, just become a shell of themselves due to health issues is very, very depressing, and it's sad. So it kind of like, it got at me to move, and especially because I'm servicing people. I'm servicing these people that are depending on me. My children are dependent on me. Like, I still have people that depend on me. So I need to make sure that I'm functioning at full capacity. So it's caused me to take into consideration a lot with my choices, health wise, even mental health. Yeah, that too. Because like I said, a lot of times you're put in these situations and everything, and then sometimes you just need to vent. Like sometimes it does become too much because it's been every day the same thing, or this individual has an action that really like gets on, can get on your nerves at times. You have to have that, those mental moments to step away. Let me get some quiet. Now I do that even outside of work. Like I need my hermit mode. I need my quiet time. I tell my children that all the time. I'm like, I'm not mad at you. I still love you. I just need to be alone. And something that's hard because my children are 8 and 10, so and I hear it and I'm like, oh my God. I was like, I love spending time with you guys, but everyone needs a moment alone. And I try to incorporate that into our daily activities too, because I incorporate yoga, meditation, trying to teach them alternative ways to handle emotion, handle feeling upset, being angry, how to express yourself without blowing up. And it took me quite a while. So these are the things, some of the topics that I'm going to be talking about, some of the things I'm going to be dealing with. It all ties in together. That's the thing. So I might divide the videos up into like my spirituality, my artwork, but it all ties together. So I'm thinking about just doing a straight on, just a vlog of me being me. And dealing with life challenges. And this way you can gain a perspective of how I handle things. And because I like watching a lot of different videos and stuff, but it's nice to see, someone in action, what they're going through, a share moment, and who knows what will come of it. Like I look forward to doing this because I want to meet other people. I want to hear other people's stories and things like that. But most of my videos in the red is going to be the spiritual encounters, my work with spirits. And I've got some stories, some good stories to tell. But this channel is probably going to be a little bit of everything of me. So if it's not your cup of tea, darling, step away from the table. It's fine. I can be a bit much. Or so I'm told. But it's me being me, and I'm not going to apologize for it. That's another thing that comes with getting older. Acceptance. Acceptance, acceptance, acceptance. And there's a freedom in that. There is a freedom in that. But my problem right now, and this is going to determine what direction this goes in, is my intention. I was going over like my dream journals and stuff, which is another thing I want to share on this channel. And I remember, a lot of things coming up in my dreams. And I remember it was this one moment in my dream where I was told, speak clearly and know what you want. Know what you want. And then proceed. And I think that's really important, because that's what's going to be the catalyst to how far you're going to get, how far you're going to go. You have to have with some things you have to have a tenacity that is demonic, a demonic tenacity, because that is what is required in order for you to get where you're needing to go. What I mean by that is like a strong focus, a strong dedication to time. Because a lot of times, I don't have the time. No, you make the time. You make the time for these things. And as it develops, as it grows, you'll fall in line with stuff. I remember a teacher of mine had said that I was going for a particular job, and he was explaining, he was telling us, and that's one thing that stuck with me. He was telling us, Don't worry about being the right one for the job, because the job will make you, it will develop you, it will make you grow into the person that you need to be for that position or situation. And I thought that was very that was a very like true, it's true, like you know, looking back over things, I kept that was from college. It was one of my professors. He was like, don't worry about being the right person for the job. The job will make you, you'll develop. It's one of those jobs that you're developing as you're working. You're developing, you learn about yourself, learn about other individuals and things like that. And now I find my place, you know, I've found my place, I feel, where it's like that. I can feel, I see myself growing. It's not just a, oh, I'm going to work, I'm going to, no, it's every moment is a moment to grow, to connect with people. It's very social. Um, and I'm the kind of person, like, I'm not like, I just like my alone time sometimes. Like, my alone time is important to me, you know, so I can process things. It's not, you know, being mean. It's not always say, oh, you're stuck up, you're this, that. It's not. It's just, that's me. I need my moments in which I can unfold in a comfortable environment. And being alone cuts down on the distraction and things like that, where I can focus more. Um, but yeah, like it's a whole process. And like I said, in all most of my collective readings that I watch is saying trust the process. So this is what I'm doing. I'm trusting the process, but also keeping in mind my focus and what direction I want to go into, like an acute focus, determination. You have to have a tenacity to do it, because if you don't, then that's not really what you want. If your passion is not there, then that's not where you want to be, you know, and things are going to fall apart. So whether you like it or not, because I've also been the type of person that will you know, like, I don't want to say try to force things, but will force myself into situations, and I'm like, I really didn't want to do this, but I'm doing this, and I'm trying to, and it's like, no. And then you wonder why shit just keeps shit rolling downhill or whatever. You wonder why. It's because you're not in the right place, you're not in the right environment, you're not where you need to be. So this is my quest to find out, and not to find out, but to get exactly where I need to be in my life, in my spirituality, exactly where I need to be. I am sorry, y'all gonna see me picking at my dry skin. I have to up my water intake. This will be things on health I want to share. This is gonna be a me vlog. I might as well say it's gonna be all kinds of crap about me and my processes. Like in one of my other videos, I was like, is it artistic expression or is it unchecked mental illness? It is yet to be determined. We will find out. And a lot of things is find out as you go along. A lot of things are experimental. And you have to keep that in mind with stuff, because sometimes we can get stuck on, oh no, it's supposed to be this way, it's supposed to be that way. Be flexible. Allow yourself flexibility. Don't get too stuck up on things. The same thing, like, same thing when you're in pursuit of something and it seems like it's not going the way you imagined. You have to remember, like, things are not going to go exactly as imagined, but you're going to get there. But you may have to go around, you may have to go through, you may have to go over top, you may have to go up underneath to reach your destination. And a lot of times we have our little, we're focused so much on, no, this is the path, this is straight, I'm just supposed to walk straight and get there. But no, there's obstacles, there's things that you got to get around. And it may not unfold the way you want it to unfold, but at least it's still unfolding. So it's just things to keep in mind. Things that I try to keep in mind. This dry skin. I need some shea butter. Usually I put shea butter on, and that helps. But I got my holy pants. This is thanks to my dog. So I try not to wear like my nice stuff, my nice clothes to work because it can get pretty messy, like I said. But all these little holes and stuff is my dog, who is acting up. Come on. You gotta be out here. You gotta be bothering somebody. You gotta have attention. You gotta be. See? You're already trying to knock down my light. But yes, this is the little crumb bum. My crumb bum. My crumb bum. Crumb bum, crumb bum, crumb bum, bum 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 crumb. Let me see, 35 minutes.